What's up, family? Mikey from Islander. You're watching Good Company with Scott Bowling.
Scott Bowling, and you're watching Good Company. Today I'm with Mikey from Islander. Dude, thank you for being on the show.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Man,
for
yes.
the millionth time, dude.
Before we start, we were talking about Nathan. The reason I know you, I reached out to you, but you brought Nathan. Nathan eventually films the show. Nathan was security because I'm calling you.
We didn't know if you were going to be a serial killer or not.
Yeah, so dude, my basement.
My wife was like, you can't go by yourself. You have to take a friend. So Nathan lived in town.
Yeah.
And who knew Nathan was going to be working with you? But like, I was like, so this guy, he invited me to come do an interview in his basement. And the more I said it out loud, it sounded crazy. And I'm like, nah, it's cool. So,
yeah. I'm really glad you're here, man.
Dude.
And you've helped me get so many big interviews on the show, which is phenomenal. But besides that, you're a great person. So,
dude,
And we got done doing our second Christmas episode.
Dude, I love being a part of the Christmas stuff. So that's awesome. I'm honored, dude.
I like your sweater, man. This is like the leopard. You're big into leopard, right?
Yeah, when I was in high school, I started collecting a lot of leopard print stuff, and my bed covers were like leopard print. I had leopard shoes, leopard belt. I just thought it looked rad. I think
cool.
my career from MXPX.
Your glasses are. The more I look at you, you're just popping
they're called
out, dude.
turtle, but I mean,
turtle.
Maybe like a leopard turtle.
Yeah.
And my Carrera from MXPX, he had like his base cab like decked out in leopard, and I thought it looked rad. So I was like, I like leopard. So.
Yeah, man. I used to listen to MXPX. So that's cool. You brought your woman with you?
Yeah, I brought my wife. She's
awesome.
She's not on camera, but she's back there.
Taylor?
Yeah.
So we have two Taylors in the house. That's cool, man. Yeah, I saw her in the video. That's good.
Dude, heck
what do you got to lose? It's great. I was talking earlier about it's not you, but the acting in the beginning is good. I like it.
Yeah, that dude, he killed it. He let us borrow his church in Georgia, and we. It
was a little warm that day.
It was burning up. It was, dude. Oh my gosh. So we were going outside to get cooled off, and outside was like 90-something degrees, if that tells you anything. So like the air conditioning was broken, and my upper lip kept sweating. That's where I sweat when I sweat. So yeah, I sweat other places, but I'm saying that's one of the main spots.
Was that all day you guys were filming? You said
it was like 4 or 5 hours, I think.
It was the longest hours of your life.
Yeah, I was just laying in a coffin, like. It was cool.
That's the thing, man. People got to look at your video up, though. What do you got to lose, Islander? You're in a coffin.
Yeah. And it's
what is that like? Where'd you get the coffin at?
Actually, Nathan, the guy behind the camera, he got it from some wrestling buddies. Yeah, it's like, because I guess they were having like casket matches, kind of like, in wrestling, we like, not we, but I feel like I'm like a wrestler because I like it so much. Anyways, like, we, as in wrestling fans, we watch, dude. If my knees weren't messed up, I would be right there with Nathan.
You're getting old, man. Yeah. And my hips and
my knees are gone, dude. And my arm, I jumped off a speaker on this last tour we were on, and I landed on my arm. I have a video of it. It doesn't even look that bad in the video. It didn't hurt the rest of the tour, but I got home, and like now I'm like, why does it feel like borderline like hairline fractured? But like, I'm still here. So.
Getting hurt on tour's got to suck too, man. Like you can't just go sit on your couch and chill. You got to go you know what I mean?
But it's almost like I thrive off of that. Like even if I'm hurt or sick or whatever, it's obviously a total bummer. But I try to kind of go with the moment, and I let whatever it is that's not the thing that's enjoyable, I let that be part of the show in a weird way. I inform the crowd that way they know it's like, hey, like tonight we're gonna play "Don't Touch My Right Arm" or whatever, and like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's cool.
But I mean, that we've never had to do that one. I hope I don't have to. But that was just an example.
Touring is interesting with singers because your voice is your instrument, right? That is so crazy, man.
Dude, I was living the OCD life.
How much anxiety does that bring to your life?
A lot.
You know what I mean?
A lot, because like especially like if we get like a big tour, like we've done stuff with like Papa Roach or Korn. The whole time I'm thinking, there's gonna be so many people there. It's gonna be their first time seeing us. If I get sick, they're gonna think, wow, they're awful. Right. And it's like, so that's like a big fear. So I was living like, you know how during the pandemic, everybody was like being all weird or whatever. I was living like that way before the pandemic. So when the pandemic happened, I was like, dude, everybody's catching up to me, like using their sleeves to open doors and stuff. Like on tour, that's how I am. So
is it?
Yeah.
So like that's stuck with me. Like every time I do the gas now, I do the like I'm doing that constantly. You know. I mean, it's not probably good for you to do.
I go get Yeah, I go get like the paper towels and I like pump the gas with the paper towels.
Okay,
and then
that's
I wash
good.
my hands. But like my brother, it's funny. He's always like, "Y'all are all getting sick, and I have the best immune system." And he'll just touch everything.
He's like licking
He'll-
his hand.
Yeah, like dude, like yeah,
Yeah.
he cracks me up. So
But back to that video though. So you guys did that in one day, and you're dying of sweat. Nathan
Yeah.
Mowry filmed it, right?
yeah, Nathan filmed it.
And you're getting in a
directed it.
casket. What was that like? Like, how do you get into a casket? First of all, do you have somebody? Do you stand on something and like lean into it? Like, what does your
can't
woman
remember.
think of you?
Yeah.
There's my
We just-
husband.
We thought it was kind of funny. I remember it wasn't like super comfortable because again, it'd been being used for like wrestling, so it's not like the kind
not
where you get in
spacey.
there.
You didn't-
They didn't pat it for me first and like make sure it was all clean. I kind of like looked at it beforehand. I was like, for the sake of art, like so.
Is it like hotter in the casket, or you're like it's 9,000 degrees
Dude,
now that I'm in this box?
I don't even remember, dude.
Yeah.
I was hot the whole time. So, and I wear face paint, so it was like the whole time I kept having to retouch up my face paint. So,
They did a great job though in the video because everybody in the crowd in church looked
Yeah.
like they weren't sweating to death. You know what I mean?
yeah,
like,
yeah. It was because we all kept. And the thing is, though, even though they looked like they were sweating, it was like we wanted it like a hot like down
Down
the
south,
road down south, like dirty, like super hot old timey church kind of vibe. If you haven't seen the video, it happens in a
You
church.
gotta check the video.
And
out.
it's like
It's a great video.
you'll have to just see it. There's a reason. It's like in a church. It shows me like they're having my funeral, and I end up coming back to life during the funeral. It freaks everybody out. So
I love the lyrics though, man. The lyrics are very, very good, man. Just I don't want to like try to rep your lyrics.
no, it's cool. It's
really
a
good.
suicide prevention song.
Yes.
So
Like you
that's
don't
kinda-
see yourself in the world, like see the world spin without me inside.
Yeah.
I love that line, man. That's.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's,
we all
it's
have.
heartbreaking, but like
Yeah.
that's things that have crossed my mind before. So I think the song, the message just really hits home with a lot of people. Not so much that because people are like, I can't like take back the years I've wasted. 'Cause that's what song, and I'm like,
yeah.
it's about redeeming the years. It's about you can't change yesterday, but redeeming that moment. Kind of like I always tell people like Darth Vader, like Return of the Jedi went off, and Anakin Skywalker's back in town. He had a good ending to his story. So it's like let's always want to strive for that good ending to our story.
Man, you have such good lyrics, man.
Thanks,
I love
dude.
it. My son actually loves you too. And today we got a photo, which it wasn't framed. This is the first time we fell in love. I was like, Mikey, look in my eyes. Do you miss this hair, by the way?
I do sometimes. I miss having dreadlocks. I miss having blue hair.
What color? Yeah, that's a funky blue right there.
Yeah, it's like a weird greenish
There's
blue.
my son. I think he's crying because of your hair. Like it probably scares him.
I
But
don't know.
that's how old, man. This picture right here was Mikey, Nathan was in this picture. This is the first time we
Yeah.
hung out, man.
Yeah, Nathan's not in the picture, but he was there.
He's there. He's on his phone. Look at this. He's got Leopard right there. You see?
Yeah, I was wearing leopard that
Does
day
not
too.
lie. But when are you gonna have the dreadlocks back, man?
Dude, I was talking to my wife about that on the way down here. I was saying, I'm a dreadhead at heart too, and I don't have to have dreads to feel like I have dreads. But at the same time, I said, as long as I have hair, I'm always going to entertain the idea of having them back or whatever. It's just when you have them, you don't want them because it's uncomfortable sleeping on them. Sometimes you wish you could just like rub your hands through your hair when you wash your hair and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you have to be kind of careful. And I don't know, it's like they're easier in certain ways and also they're more difficult in certain ways. It just depends on how well you take care of them. I took care of mine, so.
Did you?
Yeah, it was kind of difficult to, after you get off stage every single night, you got to make sure you're not all sweaty. You don't want them to like.
So it's high maintenance. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Just depends.
Everybody says like you don't wash them, but do you wash them or not wash them?
Yeah, you got to wash them.
Well, why do people say that all the time? Like,
Because I think the rumors come from, so you don't wash them when you're first getting them. And that lasts like maybe a month. After that, if you don't wash them, they're going to kind of get greasy and start coming out.
Yeah.
Like, at least that's been my experience. But during that time of not washing your hair, you're still cleansing it. So I was using salt water and lemon juice, and that's what I would spray into my hair because lemon juice purifies, smells good. Salt water kind of locks your hair up. So, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Your brother has dreadlocks.
Oh,
like,
dude.
He's like competing with Shadows Fall, like the dude from like it's got all the way down.
Yeah.
Or Elias from Nonpoint,
And
man.
Chris is
He's got
dreads,
great
dude.
dreadlocks, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, well, thanks for Chris, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Chris.
he's
Go
in my,
Chris.
He's in my band.
He was
so-
on the show before too.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's in my band, so I guess that's why I'm saying thanks. But it's like he didn't even try to get dreadlocks. It was just we were on tour constantly, and he would wear a beanie a lot, and he would constantly spin his beanie around like this, and it just kind of started locking up, and next thing you know, there's dreadlocks.
Yeah.
So he didn't like go out and be like, I'm gonna get dreadlocks. People were always asking, "Are you getting dreadlocks?" He was like, "I have no idea." I guess.
Do you get dreadlock envy? You're like, I wish I
Yeah.
had Chris's dreadlocks.
Yeah, sometimes that's what I'm saying. Like I'll be around my brother, and I'm like, man, I wish I still had dreadlocks.
Do you remember
like,
when Sonny from POD, like he wore a hat for a long time and kind of hid it? Then all of a sudden he took it back. You're like, they're back.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
You should do something like that. You know, get a leopard like thing.
Leopard dreads.
Yes. I mean, I mean like leopard hat, but yeah, dreads work too. Oh, here's my son again. Anyway, this is last year for our Christmas episode, and we got done just filming this year's 2022. Anyway,
Dude.
my son loves you.
Dude, that's all. That's
I
so
won't
awesome,
bring up my
dude.
son anymore.
Dude, he's awesome though. Man.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah,
bring
he
up your
loves
son,
you.
dude. That's
Looking
awesome.
for Love, that's his favorite song. I love that song too, man. I wish we could just go every song track by track.
No, yeah, you're
That's
good.
a great song, dude.
Thank you.
Looking for Love.
I was telling you earlier, you know, Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach was supposed to be on it. I actually, for all those out there, I let him hear what it was supposed to be. But
It sounded phenomenal.
the big suits get in the way, so they all came out and were like, "He can't be on this song," and we're like, "What in the world?"
How much does that suck, you know?
Yeah, it's a bummer because I know what the song was supposed to be, and it's not that the song's not rad now. It's just we wrote it a certain way. Jacoby wrote his verse, and then we weren't able to use him. So I was like, I'm not gonna do his verse. You know, that would make me even more feel weird about it. So I was like, I'll just write a verse real quick. So I wrote a verse.
It's pretty phenomenal seeing how Jacoby wrote for that song too, man. When you played it, I was like, wow, he's really talented. I mean, because you had the song and he just gelled right into it.
He told me, he hit me up that day and he said he was driving to Vegas with his son, and he said, I'm gonna write the lyrics on the way to Vegas in the car while he was driving. So he was writing the lyrics while he was driving. So
he's got some talent, dude.
Yeah,
the song
dude,
sounds
he's great,
really good. Man, I just want to. Well, here's the new album right here.
yes.
It's Not Easy Being Human. Talk about this album cover, right?
Yeah, so
cool.
we were trying to figure out what we wanted the cover to be, and my brother actually, he hit up an artist that he liked his artwork because it had this like sci-fi, like it looked very like vintage sci-fi kind of vibe. So we were like, yeah, let's do something like that. So came up with the idea that I can't remember if my brother came up with the idea or if the artist himself kind of worked with Chris on it, but they just said, you know, we'll take a robot.
With the soul.
Yeah. and
I'm putting more to it.
No, you're right. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. He has all this electrical stuff going on inside, all this mechanics, but they have put a real heart inside of him so he can feel. And if you look up here, you can see some tears coming down and dripping on his still body or whatever, his metal
wow,
body.
I never noticed that. That's cool.
So he's crying. You can't see his
I've
face.
never noticed that, dude.
Yeah.
Until you said that.
Yeah, he's crying. He just knows what it's like to feel now, and that's what's kind of crazy about the cover, I guess. I love that cover. And
I do
our
too.
favorite part is this little spike right here.
What's that spike for?
It's it just makes it look rad, dude. The dude threw a spike in there, and we were like, keep the spike, keep the spike.
So you paid some guy to, or not paid some, I'm sorry, you hired somebody to do the album cover.
So we hired somebody to come up with this concept just for us. And
I love this song,
So-
man. It's Not Easy Being Human. I love that. It's like this album for me is my like the album of the year for me. Like I listen to it
Dude, thank you.
from top to bottom. It's really good.
Thank you very much.
But It's Not Easy Being Human with Lacey.
Yeah.
So did you write this song? Did you have Lacey in mind when you wrote it? Did you write it straight out?
When I first heard the guitar part that Eric wrote, I was like, you know what, like, this is the one, like, we want Lacey on. Because we had been wanting to throw all kinds of our friends on this record. We wanted it to just be a fun, like, let's just bring our friends in and do something. Because I know that, you know, there's the aspect of marketing and people, you know, the label and stuff can say like, oh my gosh, there's all these guest appearances so we can have, you know, their fans find out. That's great. But it's just fun for us to have our friends come in and, you know, make music with us or whatnot. But yeah, I wrote that song with the guys and we sent it to Lacey and we're like, would you be down to sing this? And she was like, this is actually like what I want to sing to the world right now. Like this is what I want to do. So she worked with us on it.
And she wrote her own, like you didn't write her lines, she wrote her lines?
I did write her lines.
You did. I love that, the same mistakes that you have in mind. I love that line,
Thanks,
dude.
Yeah,
you wrote that?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Thanks. It's but Lacey, she really made it her own. Like Lacey went in there and she had, you know, read what I wrote and she heard everything, but she made the melodies really her own. and she came in and was like, the song just soared after that.
Lacey from Flyleaf, so everybody
Yeah.
knows, man. Lacey, I used to love Flyleaf.
Dude.
Yeah, she definitely made her own. She's done solo stuff.
Yeah.
Her and her husband.
Yeah,
I love that song, man.
Thank you so much.
It's phenomenal.
Dude. Yeah, that song's an honor.
Did you know it was good? Like, you knew it was that good?
I think our music's really good.
It is good, man.
I think it's funny.
Do you think of singles, or is that old?
I don't know, man. I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care.
I don't care anymore. I'm just is a song rad or not. And this album, dude, is kind of heartbreaking for us actually, because like we had got off of Victory Records in I think 2017. We were driving home from a tour with Korn, and we had been begging Victory all that week to let us go. And they said, hey, they finally called, or our manager called and said, guys, we have amazing news. He said, Victory's letting you guys go. We literally almost wrecked the van. Lee from Funeral Portrait was driving us on that tour, and we pulled over into a gas station. We jumped out of the van. We were screaming and hugging each other, and we were so happy. I called my wife.
I didn't know it was that bad. Like, it was...
Yeah. So the only catch was, to get out of the record deal, they made us sign a contract that stated if we said any disparaging comments about them in the media, that we would have to pay them $25,000 per one or whatever. And so we were like, dude, we're not going to say anything. And honestly, like, I've always kind of stuck to the idea that, you know, there were so many people there that were working for us, and they did care about us. It was just, you know, whether it's the person in charge or whatever. And a lot of it was the person in charge. And I think that, you know, people have seen stuff about him in the media or whatever. And I don't want to be the person that goes out and just talks junk to talk junk or whatever. It's just the kind of thing, for us, it wasn't a good fit. We requested to be let go. And I think that they were just at a place finally where they were fed up with us begging them, and it's kind of annoying. And they let us go. And again, like, as much as troubles we had there, I don't ever want it to get in the way of the people that did believe in us. Our radio guy, our publicist, they cared. And so I never wanted to be like, oh, everything about the label was messed up. You know, there were really good things.
Yeah. Can you, what's up with the label? Are they still around?
Oh, no, they actually sold, so I guess.
Okay, so you can talk about
I guess I can say stuff now. I don't know. Maybe I'll get an email after this interview drops.
Yeah, dude.
No, I hope not. But yeah, they sold, and they sold our, excuse me.
You told me that.
Delete the burp. Delete the burp. I've got a burp because I ate a bunch of barbecue.
We're going to do animal noises for your burps.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, what I was saying about that record though, that It's Not Easy Being Human, we actually jumped in the studio at the end of 2017, and
I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah,
2017. Wow.
Most of it. So we wrote and recorded the record. We did it independent, and we recorded it with a producer named Bone in Indiana, and after we recorded it, we were gonna drop the whole record completely independent, and then a label jumped in and found it called, what are they called? Dude, I can't remember what they're called. I'm sorry.
You're not still with them, are you?
No. So they bought the record, and they said, cool, there won't be like a crazy contract. It'll just be like this record, and then you don't have to stay on this label. Like, it'll just be this record, like distribution almost. And we're like, cool, let's do it. So they released 2 singles, and we weren't super happy with the way they were marketing it. And all of a sudden, 11/7, which is Better Noise now, they jumped in after they heard the record, and they said, we're going to buy the record. So we didn't have a say in it, really. It was, I did fly out to New York and meet with them.
You did?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it wasn't the kind of thing where we had too much of a say. If they wanted to buy the record, they could buy the record. And then after they bought the record, we're like, cool, we'll put it out. And they said, no. There's no good singles on it. So you need to go to California, and you need to write with all these producers. So we went to California.
They're paying for all this, right? Like, we're going to give you all these producers. Well, like
that's the cute part. They pay for it, but it's your money they're paying with.
Oh,
so
okay.
you got to
So you're gonna
recoup
pay
it.
them back, yeah.
You got to recoup it. So everything you do, you're like, oh, cool, this seems
Yeah,
fun.
dude, yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, well, we're not going to see any money because they're using our money to do this.
That
so
sucks.
We flew out to California, and when I say 12 producers, I'm not exaggerating. We went in with like 12 producers.
12 producers, yeah.
And one of them, and I mean, and these people are great, no issues with them. It's not our vibe. Like one of the places we walked in and a dude hit play on his computer, and he was like, "How do y'all like it? Is this your vibe? You want this song?" And we're like, "Wait, we're picking songs like we're picking candy bars here? Like, we can't do that, dude.
Oh, yeah.
We can't do that." So we wrote some with people and did some co-writing and stuff, and it just, I don't ever want to do it again.
It feels like this could be a documentary. Like you should have documented this whole. Like it sounds like some kind of monsters. Like Metallica. Like you filmed all this. Why didn't you guys like kill each other?
Dude, I've got video and stuff of the process. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, I can talk about it all day. But like, and again, like we had some fun. We had fun. We wrote some cool parts. We wrote some cool songs. But at the end of the day, like as far as like the next record after this, we're not gonna do that again. Like this record, it's like a mutt. Like every single song, like the dynamics of it, it's not like other records we've done. Like we recorded with our first 2 records were with Cameron Webb, and it was the kind of thing. Once everything was mic'd, and he put blankets over stuff to get a certain sound or whatever, he's like, no one move or touch anything. Like it's all staying, so the record can dynamically sound the same. Well, this record, we're like recording some of it in our basement, some of it in our trailer. And here's what's funny. The label sent us out. They said, write singles. We need like hit singles. What does that even mean? What does that mean?
Yeah, how do you write a hit single?
And here's what's funny. They liked the record that we wrote by ourselves, bought it, and then they're like, well, let's make some hit singles. And we're like, oh my gosh. Like, so we go out there and we write some hit singles, and then they don't pick any of them. They're like, well, we can do better than this. And I'm like, well.
And you're writing with your brother, right?
My brother,
yeah.
well, the band,
Yeah,
the band, and then other people, like these producers, but they're like co-writers. It's not even like a production. It's like they walk in with their laptop, you know, they set it down, and they're like helping you write lyrics.
So you're trying to sit there with a pen and pad write, and
and they're doing it too. So you're racing. You're like, ah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
that sounds horrible,
dude. It's awful. So, and again, we had fun because we're all getting to hang out.
Yeah.
But when you look at like what we do comes from, you know, our heart stuff. Nobody's going to be able to say the things I say the way I say them, and that's great, and that's good for their band too, you know. And so, anyways, the pandemic hit shortly after that. We did some more touring that year with like POD and stuff, and then we come home.
That's cool.
And the pandemic hits, and the label, they're like, all right, well, we got to save money now because of all this stuff. So y'all's budget's up. So just let's put the record out. And we're like, what song? We didn't even finish any of those other songs. And so we're like, no. We'll pay for the rest of it ourselves. We didn't even have money. We just started paying for it ourselves anyway. We still owe a bunch of people. And we wrote some songs. We recorded them in our friend's bedroom, in our tour trailer, in a basement. We were just doing it everywhere we could. Literally, like, we had people sending us stuff. We were like, let's go get all of our friends. Let's do what we said we were going to do.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had Dan from Zayo jump in our trailer when we played a co-headliner with him one day in our hometown. And Dan did all his vocals. Bruce from Living Sacrifice went and took the song, did his stuff.
That's so cool.
Then Brian, Head from Korn, he went to Jason Rao from
Skin Crawl.
Yeah, he went to Jason Rao's
song.
house from Breaking Ben, and then Jason Rao engineered Head's guitar. So Head wrote his part, put that in the song. So we were like, dude, this song has 3 guest appearances. And we're like, I don't care anymore. Like, let's make it like a rap record. Like, let's just have fun.
I love that.
So,
yeah, it's good.
But again, the record, it has 10 guest artists. It's HR from Bad Brains, Sonny from POD, Head from Korn, Dan from Zayo, Bruce from Living Sacrifice, Eric from I Prevail, AJ from Fire from the Gods, Lacey Sturm from Flyleaf. Who else we got? We got 2 more here. I'm sorry, they're all meaningful to me.
Yeah, Mikey's on one song.
Yeah, I made it on a couple.
How do you memorize that? That's good.
Dude, I'm trying to remember it right now.
That last one's gonna kill you, man. You got 1 more.
No, it's 2.
Oh, sorry.
It's 2. I was gonna say pick up the record, but we don't have it.
Hey, look, I knew we're gonna have these problems. So look, I've never pulled out my phone, but look at this. I got it right here.
Oh my gosh, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hyro the Hero, dude.
Hyro the Hero. Yeah.
He jumped in and killed it with
Okay,
us. He was overseas. Oh, dude, our single right now, Spencer from Under Oath.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's sorry, Spencer. Anyways, everything's been crazy, dude.
Sorry, Spencer.
So we shot music videos ourselves too. Like I took my iPhone and we shot a video with Lacey, and then we shot a video with Spencer from Under Oath. And yeah, the label, they were just like, we don't have any more money to do anything. And so it was
I think
just
I
kind
got a picture of Under Oath guy. Is this Under? Look
yeah,
at that.
yeah,
See?
there you go. So this right here, we shot this in the back of an alley at the Radio Room. It's a venue in Greenville, South Carolina.
It's a great picture.
And Spencer, he was just so awesome. Like, he trusted my vision of it. I threw a blanket up, and it was like a white sheet on the wall, and I was like, we're gonna make this look like a high school.
He's in We Scream, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so he's in the music video.
Great song, dude.
Dude, thank you very much.
Go.
Yeah,
that's him, right?
He says the
Spencer's
first
the
lyric
man,
on the
dude.
record, dude.
Yeah, Under Oath's awesome, man.
Oh, they're amazing.
Are they on Tooth and Nail, or were they? Or Solid?
They were on Tooth and Nail. I mean, like Solid State or Tooth and Nail. Same
I can't remember which one. Yeah.
But I don't know who they're with. They might be independent.
But We Scream.
Yeah.
People gotta listen to that song,
Dude,
man.
it's so cool.
Opens
man,
up the album.
Yeah, and he murdered it, dude.
Oh man, it's so good, dude.
And I felt so goofy. I was standing back there. I was using a trash can as a tripod, and I had my phone, and I'm just like, all right, go. And I'm like, just.
Did you
my
edit
gosh.
it all together with
Yeah,
your phone?
yeah.
Would you use like iMovie or something? Or do you,
I use iMovie.
Yeah, I love iMovie. That's good.
Yeah. So.
No, I love it when I keep going back to "It's Not Easy Being Human." I'll get off that song for after this comment, but when you're sitting on the couch just doing your thing, you're like, keep pouring. Like I was like, that's
what?
so cool, man.
Oh.
When you and Lacey are doing your video, and
That was at the back.
You're just sitting like,
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool.
Thank you. That was at the back of a venue. Again, I was with the phone. Her husband was sitting there with a flashlight, Joshua, and he was just like shining the light. Like, dude, it's such a punk rock. Like,
But it came out great though.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate
And
it.
even back to We Scream, like you guys were adding like little little effects, you know what I mean, to make it look cool.
Yeah, we were trying, dude. It was just, I don't know. So it was funny because like right before the record came, so our new record came out April 7th. And we had just jumped on tour with Attila and He Is Legend.
I love He Is Legend, yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're
and
great.
Attila too.
Yeah, and we played in Greenville, South Carolina. It was the second show of the tour, and it was the release show for this record. And it was packed. The show was crazy. It was so fun. We were so stoked because our record, our record got approved to come out a certain date that night, and then a few shows later it came out.
Okay.
Because we were at McDonald's when we got stoked. But we were so excited about that. And then our record comes out April 7th, okay? And we are promoting it. We're trying to do stuff, and I start noticing, I'm like, I didn't get any like interviews and stuff unless I'm setting them up. And I'm just kind of like, what's going on? So a few months pass or whatever, and we had started writing our next record and started tracking it. We were like, we're gonna track it. So we hit up the label for the advance. They always send an advance. And they said, didn't y'all know y'all got dropped before your album came out? And we were like, what? Like,
you didn't know?
Yeah, we had no idea, dude. And I said, oh, no, nobody told us. And they were like, oh, well, so-and-so was supposed to, like the lawyer, or like somebody, I can't remember what her name was, but she was supposed to tell us. So we hit her up, and she was like, I never heard about this. She's like, I don't even work there anymore. And we were just like, sweet. So, yeah,
Dude,
we got
sucks.
we got dropped before our record came out. And I'm like, no wonder I'm not getting any interviews. So I went and hit up Hot Topic. I set up some stuff with them. I hit up Loudwire. I hit up SiriusXM Octane. They've been so good to us.
Yeah,
and I
that's
hit
good.
up I don't know, a bunch of other people, and we worked some stuff out. And then we had a big billboard get put in New York City on Times Square. That was so rad.
Oh yeah, did you get any pictures of that, dude?
Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
they sent it, like we have pictures and video of it and everything.
So you had to DIY, like
We're just
DIY.
and we're stoked about it. We're
Do
stoked
yourself,
to do
yeah.
punk rock again. So it's funny. So they're still promoting this record, and again, it's the same situation. It's not like this place sucks. It's just like, you know what? Like there's people there that care, and that's always the way it is. And there's people that don't. It just depends on if you're making the label money or not. And I mean,
Why would they drop you though, man? It's so
before the
weird
record
time.
came out, right?
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
I mean, you have this killer record with all these guests, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy,
don't know.
man. Look, I got more fancy props.
Yeah. So this was I did this on my phone too. These are some pictures that.
Who are these people, man? Who is this guy? Who is that guy?
That's Eric.
Eric. Wow, he's got to be on the show, man.
Dude, have him on the show, bro.
Yeah, dude.
He lives in Washington. That's our guitar player, and that's Spencer right here.
Oh,
from
Spencer.
Under
Yeah, dude, Spencer. He should be in the band, man. I got
I know,
two
it looks-
props. Yeah.
So it's like I just threw this together. It's supposed to be like a yearbook kind of
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Because if you look at the music video, it takes place in like a high school auditorium, and it's
great.
like a PSA for how to like things you might experience through adolescence. So I did like a thing at the beginning, and I pitch shifted my voice to sound like this. It's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I love the video. Cool, man. So Eric, what's up with Eric, man? How'd you find Eric? Let's talk about Eric for the rest of the show.
I found Eric on,
What's
on
his last name?
Facebook. This is a funny dude. This is funny.
Is he married? Does he have kids?
No, he's engaged now, but when I met him, he had a different last name than what he wanted to use in the band.
Oh, okay.
And like I got confused too, so I'm like,
He's
I don't
like
even know
Eric Rocket.
Yeah, I don't know what his last name is. They're both real names. Ask Eric, dude. Have him on the show and ask him, dude. But his name's Eric Shea. And
Eric Shea, nice.
He's our guitar player. I found him on Facebook.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I just
Cool,
messaged him, and he was like, hey, dude, I don't know if it's heavy enough for me. And then he heard some other songs, and he messaged me back. He was like, actually, I'll do it. So,
dude, I was stoked when you were showing me like different songs that are going to be on the album. Mayday was like, I instantly grabbed it. I was like, I love that song, dude.
Dude, thank you very much.
It's a great song, man.
I appreciate that.
Do you ever like run out of material to write about? I mean, when you write
I think
really
I
good
do.
stuff.
Then I get to the studio, and I'm like, oh, I got something. So
yeah, is it very personal to you, right? Or do you write it like thinking about other people, or you know, what I mean, is it hit close to home?
Like some stuff, it always hits close to home as far as like my worldview, like the things I believe. Like this one song, for example, that was hard to explain that with was the song "Darkness," because people hear it.
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, and then people are like, what's wrong with this dude? Like he's saying all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I wish people could view music more like what it is. It's art. And that song, I'm playing the part of a person. I took on the role of a person, like in a play.
It's a concept record.
Yeah, it's a concept record. So I'm playing the part of a person that's, just doing crazy stuff, anything they want to. And then the record follows that character all the way to they're talking about, redemption. It follows them to that. But that's
Is it easier writing for a concept record or about yourself? Do you get like a little nervous writing close to home?
Writing that album actually, that was a hard record for me to write because it was
under control.
Yeah, it was a dark record, dude. Like as far as like diving into what it is for this character, and then one of our bandmates at the time, his friend committed suicide, and that's the night we wrote Better Day.
Oh.
And so I don't know, that whole record process was kind of nuts, and then I don't know, that record's weird. But this record, this is the first one that we've done that wasn't super concept-y. And it came a little easier for me because when I don't have my mind wrapped up in the idea of almost writing a book, everything's just kind of short stories. So it's like each song is just a little short story kind of thing. So
talk about working with Sonny from POD. That was such a sick song, dude.
Oh, dude, we
living
worked with
in
him.
a fantasy
Yeah,
reality.
Dude.
I love that song.
Lights, camera, action.
Yes, I love that song.
We shot a video for that too that I'm editing
you
right
did?
now. So
oh, that's cool.
Punk rock guerrilla style too. It's like we pulled the van into this skate park. I think we were in Des Moines, Iowa. I think that's where we were. And we just unloaded the van real quick, set up in a skate park, and we started playing. And it's funny because actually you guys on camera can't see him, but Jackson from Silly Goose is back here. They do that all the time, apparently. They go and set up at McDonald's and everything. But
that's cool.
Ours was just like for a music video. So this little kid comes up. He rolls up on his scooter, and the whole time we're setting up, he's just having a conversation with Eric, our guitar player. He's asking all these questions, and then he starts talking to my brother, and we're telling him about, we're shooting a music video, and we're a rock band called Islander and stuff. He's like, okay. And he's got his helmet on. He's like little.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who he's
you don't
with.
know who the kid is.
No,
Yeah.
and then he kind of like rolls off. It seemed like he actually literally, I'm not joking, it's like he had bubble gum and stuff too. He was like a Pixar character. He rolls off. And then we start running the song, and we're just following the beat of the drums because, we didn't have the speakers and stuff set up so we could hear it. We just know it's like, well, he's got it in his in-ears. He can hear it, so we'll know where we're at to, every music video is basically lip-synced.
Yeah.
So we were performing the song, and the kid, he rolls up after one take. He goes, hey. And we look over, he goes, I can't hear the guitars.
Really?
And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, we're shooting a music video. Yeah. And then this other dude skates up, y'all ain't supposed to be here. Y'all aren't supposed to be here. And it's like, dude, do you want to be in a music video? Like, quit being a
that
dork.
sucks.
Like,
yeah,
like he's like, it's like
how
he's
old
out
are
here.
these kids? Are they like?
That kid was like, I don't know, maybe 20 something. It's like,
you got to pay your taxes.
You're out here skateboarding. Like, you're the Mr. Skateboard isn't a crime, and you come over here and tell me rock and roll is.
You got like Lord of the Flies, little kids just telling you what to do, man.
Yeah, but that kid though rolled up, man. He was, I can't hear the guitar.
What did Eric tell him? Because he talked to Eric and.
Yeah, he was just sitting there talking to him. Eric was kind of sitting on. I got pictures.
We need to get Eric on the show, man.
Dude, you gotta get Eric on the show.
Like,
He's fun, dude.
Eric's like, you hear my guitar? You hear my guitar?
A funny thing, if you get him on the show, ask him about Taco Bell. He had never had Taco Bell before he met
Nathan's
us.
had Taco Bell before.
Nathan has, yeah.
Competition on him. Anyway, he's never had Taco Bell?
At the
Is he
time when
American?
he joined the band. Yeah.
He's from here?
He is. He's Thai and Canadian, and he lived on a little island in a place called Onancock, Virginia. And
What do you think about Taco Bell?
he doesn't like Mexican food. I know Taco Bell's not Mexican food, but like
I thought you were about like some big experience, like
No, he's just not a fan of that stuff. He's a fan of soup and eggs. Those are his two things. But yeah, dude, he's from this little town. They have their own dialect. It's like
wow.
I can't remember what it is, but it's one of the places that's kind of left untouched, and the people literally sound like this. That's how they talk. So anytime we're on tour, I'll start saying that to him, and he just busts out. He doesn't talk that way, but like we went to his hometown one night, and we were sitting at a like a little seafood pub or something because it's near the beach, and this dude comes in and sits next to us, and I hear them talking, and they're like, and I'm like, what are they saying, Eric? Do you understand this? He's like, yes.
Oh, he knew what they were saying.
Yeah, and I'm like, what language? I've never even heard of this.
He's like, the cheese is old and moldy. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, probably. So you can find videos of it on YouTube. I can't remember the name of the language.
You guys, I want to see this.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, dude.
I'm trying to think of more songs. HR, you worked with HR again.
Yes. This was the first time we had HR jump in a studio.
Okay, he didn't do it over the phone again?
Yeah. Every other song we've done with him, because we've done 2 more, he did them over the phone, and I would hold the phone up to the microphone, and he'd just do it. But this one, he jumped in the studio and did it.
What's the name of the song? Is it Flower?
Skateboard Flowers.
Skateboard Flowers, yes.
Yeah, so I actually shot the music video for that one too, and this dude,
Wow, how many videos do you have, man?
dude, I don't know, they stopped giving us like crazy like any, there's no budget or anything. I got tired of asking Nathan to do it for $1. So
He did a video for $1. Yeah.
He hated when I told people that, but it was. So now we're just doing it for like the band. Like, and again, I mean, it's still a bunch of work because I've had to. I just recently got Final Cut, so I'm doing our next video with Final Cut and learning how to do all that. And also, I don't really have like a nice camera or anything, so we're kind of having to again just like punk rock it.
Yeah.
And but I mean, it's going well for right now. It's just it's fun for me, and it's just again like we don't have crazy budgets, so it's just like we can't go hire people out.
Yeah,
like
it's also cool. It gives you another reason to hang out with HR. You're like, hey, you want to do another song
Well,
with HR?
actually, this is what's funny. I haven't hung out with him yet in person. Our whole relationship has been over the phone all these years.
Are you serious?
So we're getting to hang out this month, though. He's coming to a place near us, and since we're not on tour right now, I'm gonna get to go, and me and HR are gonna get to finally hang out.
Oh, that's
and so
awesome.
it's just gonna be cool. Like we've written all these songs together, and now
You got him on the show for me.
I
Thank
did.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So much, man. That's amazing. And also, what was it like working? You did a skin crawl with
Dude, that was awesome, man. Like
with Head from Korn.
Yeah.
And
So
is he singing and playing guitar?
no, he just plays guitar on that song.
Oh,
So-
he doesn't scream like
No. No.
I thought that was him.
No, he doesn't do any vocals on the song.
Okay.
So we were like, let's get people to do what they're known for. So we're like, Head plays guitar. So let's get that signature sound. So he's the
Yeah.
So he does all that stuff, and Dan comes in from Zayo on the first verse with the singing.
Oh, I thought that was Head.
And then I jump in on top with him on the next line. And then when the chorus drops with the "It Makes My Skin Crawl," that's Bruce from Living Sacrifice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and that was cool too because I wrote those lyrics, and when I sent Bruce the idea to see if he wanted to even do something like that, he was like, "This sounds sick." Well, mine was like, "It makes my skin crawl," and then he sends it back, and he did it the way I was hoping he would do it, but like. He was like, "It makes my skin." He goes, "Crawl." I'm like, yes, he did his metal thing.
Dude,
Like
I've heard that song 1,400 times, and every time I'm picturing Head from Korn singing it.
No.
Sorry, man.
No,
Yeah.
it's good. A lot of people thought that too because they're like, Head from Korn. I'm like, nah, dude, we just got him on guitar.
Living
Dude.
Sacrifice, though. I grew up listening to them, man. Reborn
man.
was a huge album for me back in the day.
Dude, I love those guys.
But look, I got more cool props, man. We scream.
This is the billboard that was in New York.
Oh, what?
So yeah, I made this too. I did this in PixArt on my phone. It's a free app. So I just threw that
Dude,
together.
you're the man with your phone, dude.
I don't have any money, Scott. So I have an iPhone.
How many money, Scott?
I have an iPhone, and I'll download the free samples that you have to cancel within 3 days.
Oh,
And I'll
nice.
fix everything on there quick before that, and I'll cancel it.
Yeah.
So
That's not very Christian-like, man.
No, it is.
I'm just kidding, dude.
Oh, I was gonna
Cut
say.
that out, dude. I'm just kidding, man.
Oh no,
I'm just joking, man.
I cancel it before it starts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It reminds me of Columbia House. Remember when you order like a bunch of CDs and
Dude.
you don't pay them off?
Thankfully, I never had to do that. I never did that. I wonder how much.
We'll cut that out, man. That's
You're
cool.
good. You're
all
good.
right.
It's funny, dude.
But anyway, man, this is really tight, man. I need you to like make some good company stuff for me, man.
I've told you before, dude. I said, hey man, let me jump in there and help with some of the social media stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'll put your face in New York. I'll talk to some people. That's what happens. Dude, I'm serious. Like we started having to figure out how to do more stuff by ourselves, and we were like, I don't know how. So I contacted somebody, and I was like, hey, like we want to get one of those big billboards in New York. Like, cool. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's that simple. Like, I don't know.
So it's all about connections, right? You just said you want to get it. That's awesome.
You just ask people. Like I remember when I first started getting free pants from Hot Topic, I was always wearing their pants because they were comfy. And so I hit Hot Topic up one day. We were laying in a hotel room, like one of the only times we ever got a hotel room. And I'm sitting there typing. I'm about to go sleep. Message Hot Topic. I'm like, I'm an Islander. I love your pants. I'll wear them on stage. I'll already wear them. They messaged me back. They said, what's your size and address? They started sending me boxes of pants all the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm just like, cool.
Did they want anything returned to like
Not a thing,
send a
dude.
photo of us? A photo
No,
of
I
you
just told them I
playing?
would do it. But then
Yeah.
anytime we go to California, if we're in City of Industry, we stop by Hot Topic and hang out. And
That's tight, man.
yeah. So I don't know. I love those people, man.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. So you're working on a new record after
Yes, we are. I'm super excited about it. We're doing it completely in-house. We're not signing another record deal. We're doing everything ourselves. We're recording it in our friend's bedroom. We wrote all the songs again ourselves, like without any input from a producer at all. So we're kind of taking it back to, the beginnings and doing exactly what we want.
Is this? Do you got material already written for it and everything?
We
Like
wrote the whole
lyrics?
record, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
man.
the record. I'm not going to give you the name just yet because I want it to be announced.
No, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, we've got it.
Yeah, it's really good. Are
So-
you gonna have? Can you save? Are you gonna have a lot of guests on here like you did this one?
Not as many. We might have like a couple, but like I think our lawyer and our manager got such a headache with this last one anyways,
Yeah.
because I didn't realize all the stuff was going to have to happen.
Yeah.
They had to paper all the stuff through contracts because they were like, oh, so this song has 3 guest artists on it. Oh, one of them's in Korn. So they went and, they contacted
yeah.
Korn's people. Head's just like, oh yeah, like I was gonna try to pay him something. He's like, no, don't pay me. And so I'm like, well, we'll give you something. No. And so I'm like, well, thanks, dude, I appreciate it. And then his people get in touch. They're like, whoa, he can't say that. We're gonna get paid.
Oh,
and then,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then both the labels are arguing, and I'm just like laying in bed. And like the labels are arguing though,
Yeah.
and I'm just like laying here watching my phone, like the emails come through, and I'm like, oh god, here we go.
So this new album, we're doing everything ourselves.
Everything.
Screw all that.
Yeah, we'll just get in trouble. Like we won't have all the paperwork or whatever. I mean, we'll have some, but I'm just saying like this one was just like, in order to use the word featuring Head from Korn.
Yes. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, they were like, well, you need to pay us. So I think
Yeah.
our label had to go do that and like work that out. Dude, it's just it's all games.
And Brian's
dude.
like, hey, don't worry about it, man. It's all
Yeah,
good.
because we're all homies, and it's like all of a sudden, again, the business people walk in. So just for everybody watching, I was telling him about a funny commercial earlier. I think it was for a video game. It was something. I don't know, something in the 80s or 90s. But in the commercial, this dude's driving, and the dude kind of swerves or something, and he looks over at the guy, his window rolled down on the light, and he says, yo, man, what's your problem? And the guy leans in, and he rolls the window down. He's got his like perfect American family or whatever, and he goes, "Hey, it doesn't even make sense. He just goes, "I'm the leader of a big corporation,"
Yeah,
and his wife leans in, smiling, and she goes, "Yeah, he stops exciting things from happening." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's what my life has felt like being in
Sounds so
the
frustrating.
industry." And I'm just like, I've heard other people talk about it before, like the music industry, and Dude, it's just. Actually, if anybody back there could grab my wallet, I have something I want to read inside of it. No, you're
joking.
good. Oh, thanks, Ted. Look, you're on camera.
Nice.
My wife just brought this, and this is something I found. We were recording in Hollywood one time, and I found this laying in the studio, and I've kept it with me ever since because like everything I'm talking about the music industry, this is what it to me represents.
Okay.
So I carry this with me everywhere I go. It says the music business is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs. And there is also a negative side.
Wow.
That's the music industry.
Yeah. We should just end it right there, like just fade.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone have a good day.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you're working by yourself with this next album.
Dude, yeah, and that's the thing, man. We were like, what happened to just being like all the time like that fun? Like, and we know that there's a lot of work. Islanders work so hard, man. And like, I have no shame in saying I know we've worked hard because I was there. We've been grinding forever, playing shows in front of 5 people, playing shows in front of 1,000 people. We'll give you the same show. It doesn't matter. We'll do the same show. And Nathan can attest to that. He's seen it. And literally, like, I just want it to be something where...
We were at the same show. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
We saw you open for Korn.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
No, you're
Sorry.
good.
We didn't even know you.
It's
I didn't know you.
It's just, we want to do this, and if people enjoy it, cool. If they don't, cool. But we like what we do, and we don't want a record label or anybody else telling us, hey, we're gonna need more hit singles, and then drop us before the record comes out.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wish I had better advice. I'm like, yeah, that sucks. That's terrible.
No,
You know?
the advice is sweet. So
Sweet, you're on your own now.
The last two songs that were on the radio with us, those were the ones we tracked in our basement.
Really?
Yeah. So what does everybody else know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, no shade at the people that care. It's just this idea of an industry. People sitting around a table that aren't living in a van every single day, saying, "Here's what's good for the band."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if I didn't have to sleep in a van every day. That'd be good for the band.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Dude, we gotta end this on a...
Suck the life out of the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, but again, we do it because we love it.
got the passion still there.
If I wanted to make money, I wouldn't be in a band. I would do something else. And I mean, money's nice. I have a wife. I have 2 dogs we have to take care of.
Rock and roll, they don't pay like they used to.
No, they don't.
See?
Yeah.
My kids love that song.
Dude, thanks,
Sushi,
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
And we went in this on a positive note, but we never did intros, talking about back in the day. We never did intros to you because of you. You go, you want me to do an intro or something? Ever since that day, we did intros because of Mikey.
Yeah.
So, thank you, man.
Sweet, man. Inspiring Scott Bowling, who was inspiring me.
One interview at a time. Hey, I'm glad that this next album, you're doing it your way. That's really cool.
We're doing it completely our way.
So we need to do another interview after that album comes out.
Yeah, see the difference.
Yeah, man.
So everybody's gonna be like, that album's awful.
No,
that's the
dude,
worst.
No, you can't be.
And again,
You're
we've
a great
always,
writer, man.
And I mean, we've always done, all of our stuff's been our way, but we've had to kind of skirt around the system some in the formulas. This time it's, again, there's nobody to go, but y'all might need to. It's just like, dude, we're gonna put it out.
Are you guys gonna put this is a random question, but are you guys gonna do vinyl for this album or any kind of, because you're in an awkward situation with.
So yeah, the label. If you could
yeah.
explain all this to me, it'd be awesome. But the label's putting it out vinyl and CD still.
And they dropped you?
Yeah, before the album came out.
I shouldn't ask you that question just now, but anyway. Yeah.
No, it's awesome. I think it's cool. So yeah,
That is
it is coming out on vinyl and CD. And again, I think
Are
that's
you
a
gonna
great
do cassette? I love cassettes when they put those out now.
Ask the label, dude. I'm not controlling it. People have asked me since before that record, where can I pre-order it? Where can I get it physical? Because we've always had physical records. And again, I know that that's not the world we live in anymore, but there's always going to be people that want to collect the artwork and stuff. And but again, I don't know. I mean, I just know that the guy that has done the artwork for our last 2 records, he's the one, not this front cover picture, but he's done the rest of the layout. I hit him up and I was like, yeah, so we've always worked with him. His name's Jason Link. He actually, he's just an awesome guy, man.
Oh, that's great.
So
I know vinyl takes forever to be made and everything.
It does. So by the time our next record is probably wrapping up its record cycle, I guess this one will come out.
Well,
But now I'm just playing.
I'm gonna frame it when it comes out, man. I have no wall space, but I'll frame.
Dude.
Look at this, dude. Look at that. It's right there. You see? I'm gonna frame it just like that.
No, that's awesome. And
nobody
again,
can see it.
I just want to say,
Sorry.
even though this record's a mutt and we did it all in these different places, and that's why we started saying that the place because the labels they ask, so where was it tracked? You have to put it in the liners, and so we were like, I don't even know anymore. So we put Planet Earth. It just says Planet Earth. We're like, okay, cool. And I guess they think it's a studio. You know what I'm saying? But we were in parking lots in the trailer, like, rah, rah, like playing guitars and stuff. So it's like, dude, if there's a punk rock band, dude, it's Islander, bro.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very glad to have you back on the show, man.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you're the best, man. Man, I don't know what year you were first on the show, but I'm going on year 6 now. So
That's
you've helped me out tremendously. So
That's
thank
awesome,
you.
Dude.
Yeah. So Mikey, you're the man, dude.
Dude.
You got anything else to say?
Thank you
How
guys
do
for
people
listening.
hit you up? You're on Instagram?
Yeah, we're on Instagram, YouTube. We're on TikTok.
Yeah.
If it's a social media site, we're on it for the most part. I mean,
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah. So
it's really good.
Twitter, everything, Facebook. You look us up. It's just Islander, and if you don't see it pop up with Islander, Instagram is just Islander, but the other ones you'll see us. Our faces are a scorpion or something. You'll see it.
You need like _ leopard print or something. Like throw your leopard in there, you know. Just kidding, man. Love you, man. That's awesome.
Love you too, man.
Yeah. Mikey.
That's gonna be the most confusing thing to line up. Somebody claps.
You're fast, man.